People think the Mongolian soldier peaked in the 13th century. That belief is wrong. What actually changed was the political world around him. Empires rose. Empires collapsed. Borders replaced open steppe. This is the story of how the Mongolian soldier adapted after empire, after conquest, and after separation. Early steppe warrior. Before nations existed, the steppe produced warriors shaped by distance and speed. There were no walls to hide behind, no cities to defend. Early Mongolian soldiers wore light armor made from leather and felt. Heavy protection meant exhaustion. Exhaustion meant death. The composite bow was their defining weapon. Short, powerful, and lethal from horseback. Survival depended on movement, coordination, and endurance. The Mongol Empire. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan unified the steppe tribes into a single military system. This was not chaos. It was organization. Soldiers wore lamellar armor, layered plates tied together for flexibility. The composite bow remained central, supported by sabers and lances. Horses were not transportation, they were weapons. This army did not rely on numbers alone. It relied on speed, discipline, and psychological pressure. That is why cities surrendered before battles even began. After the empire, fragmentation and control. After the fall of the Mongol Empire, the political landscape changed completely. Mongolia fractured into smaller khanates. Internal conflict weakened centralized military power. Eventually, much of Mongolia was absorbed into the Qing Empire. Under Qing rule, Mongolia was no longer an independent military force. Large-scale armies were restricted. Weapons were regulated. Military autonomy was reduced. This was not a military failure, it was political containment. The Mongolian soldier did not disappear, he was limited. The gunpowder era. While Europe industrialized warfare, gunpowder reshaped battlefields across Eurasia. Cavalry dominance declined. Mongolian forces adopted firearms slowly, often combining muskets with traditional weapons. Uniforms became heavier. Foreign influence increased. Expansion was no longer possible. Adaptation became survival. In 1901, Mongolia broke free from Qing-era domination and formed a modern national army. For the first time in centuries, the Mongolian soldier operated under an independent state. Traditional equipment was replaced by standardized uniforms and rifles. Training became centralized. Command structures were formalized. This was not a return to empire, it was entry into modern warfare. The Socialist era. During the Cold War, Mongolia aligned with the Socialist bloc. Military doctrine, training, and equipment were heavily influenced by the Soviet model. The AK-47 became standard issue. Artillery, vehicles, and logistics defined this era. The Mongolian soldier was no longer a nomadic warrior, but a professional infantryman within a modern system. The modern era today, the Mongolian armed forces operate beyond national borders. Modern equipment, professional training. Mongolian soldiers serve in international peacekeeping missions. The battlefield changed. The mission changed. Adaptability remained. Who was most feared? The answer depends on the era. Not because of weapons alone, not because of empire alone, but because the Mongolian soldier survived conquest, control, and modernization by adapting every time the world changed. That is real military endurance.